Hello, and welcome to another video edition of AI versus Marshy. And time is of the essence, so I thought I'd record in my car this morning. New week, and I think this is cause for a celebration because we hit 1 year's worth of AI versus Marshies. The newsletter is now 1 year old, 50 editions. And for this week in the newsletter, I shared some of the things I learned and what opportunities have hit my desk and where I think, based on following this stuff for a year, where it's all going. So let's start with what I learned from, downloading over 40 apps and sort of writing about them with AI. I think the headline in this one is, if you feel like you're missing out on AI apps and you should be using them more, or there's more out there, give it a rest. I have tested over 40 of these things, and for the most part, I have not repeated my use of them. I have a very small subset that I paid for. I paid for 5 of the 40 plus, and there's 2 that I pay for in an ongoing way. And so if you're worried that you're missing out or the boat has sailed, don't. Of the apps I paid for, the promise was there of potentially being useful. Mid-Journey, it's overpriced for what you get, and particularly for the private version, which I think is important if you're working with clients to use that one. It works out at about $80 or $90 Australian per month. Not worth it compared to some of the cheaper alternatives out there, including ChatGPT's image generator. I paid for Blaze, which is like a one-man marketing team. Again, it wasn't very useful for me. I think its main sell is a consistent brand voice. I just aren't producing enough work, or that's not a big enough problem to justify paying for it monthly. And then my existing frameworks and workflows pay for that as well. Work just as good as well. Then the next one that I paid for, I thought I'd get in early. This was early on. A website builder called codedesign.ai. Landing pages in particular would be useful to just spin up with AI. The reality is it's a pain in the ass to use. It never churns it out just how it promises. And I can spin up, functional pages far quicker in a Webflow, a card. And I probably most frustrating about this one, I signed up for a lifetime deal. They're still offering the lifetime deal almost 12 months later. So I didn't really snag anything there. The ones I do pay for, audiopen.ai, is relatively recently. I've been paying for the last couple of months. What I really like about audiopen AI is I can voice note. So I voice note what I have going on for the week or the day, and then it translates it into bullet points or into a list of things or into my own words, and that's super useful. And the other obvious one is ChatGPT. I've waffled on about it a lot. The 4.0, which is the dumbest name ever, it works really well. And so you can put presentations in there. You can actually edit images now, or, that's in beta, but you can upload an image and say, remove the candlestick, and it'll generally understand what you mean. So if you are interested in AI and looking to learn about it a bit more, paying for the premium subscription and just learning, or one of the other premium subscriptions such as Gemini, I hear Perplexity is really good for research, in particular in citations. Jump on one. That's enough for now. Don't waste your money. Okay, so from covering this stuff for a year and saying, I write a newsletter on AI, rightly or wrongly, I think rightly, it's giving me permission to probably reach out to more people than I would and just have conversations and learn about the space a lot more. I met a gentleman named Jayant who was running video sales letters with Alex Hormozzi's $100 million offer book, and he adapted it to fit in ChatGPT. And I dropped him a note. It seems like he's still going really well with that. He's based out of India. Link to him is in the newsletter. Another one is Harriet Hacks. She's still going too. She's creating a lot of content about AI security, which is obviously a growing area, and just pumping out YouTube videos out of Australia. I love her enthusiasm and consistency. Definitely worth a follow. And again, have linked to her in the newsletter if you want. Some other opportunities that came up. I presented 3 major presentations on AI this year. I did one for Be Mighty on maximizing your content output. Another one for Global Sisters, which is a charity or a social enterprise creating employment pathways for women who want to adapt and get more work, who might be migrants or coming out of work or struggling to get a job. Anyway, I create a workshop that if you were going to learn how to do content today, here's how you could use AI to learn it. And I can link you to the presentation if you want that one. And the other one was for Australian Marketing Institute. And, I had to be a bit savvier with this one and pitched it as, using AI to build partnerships, very research led, and sort of what you can glean from running AI to research and partnerships. And that's still relevant. And presented that last year. Australian Marketing Institute. I love presenting. If you're watching this and want a presentation and run a member organization or a larger organization, I do have free lunch and learns that I run for anyone that sort of fits that brief. I can send you a link. Other opportunities came up as well. So, I had 3 co-founder opportunities hit my desk this year, all in the B2B space. And, none were a great fit. It was good to go through the process and suss it out with potential partners, with some of my friends, and learned a lot about the process, particularly around diligence. And sort of in saying no to some of these, it made me get clear on what I want as well. So that was wonderful too, and great opportunities. And I think those will continue to present as I sort of, continue to learn about this space, position myself as, a growth marketer. It's sort of going deep on AI. And I don't know what the end point looks like. For this, I gave myself the goal of publishing 100 editions before focusing on doing something with it. And I'm halfway. Promising signs. And so that's great. And I think, second year we'll continue to compound. And I enjoy the consistency and challenge of shipping every week as well. Cool. So I followed this space for a year. Do I know where it's going? Absolutely not. But my build on that is I don't think anyone does. Sam Altman said, harnessing the power of capitalism to sort of help channel AI's future. I saw him say that live on stage in Melbourne, and I'm less impressed by it with what I know today. After this, he got sacked from a company. They've disregarded safety protocols and deprioritized that. They emphasize what they are focused on. And there's a few other things that have happened that just, I don't think the future of AI or how it can be channeled is going to be determined by people who work in tech. Big tech in particular has been the biggest profiteer of this AI trend. The top 5 world's most valuable companies. NVIDIA, is now the world's most valuable company, mainly because it is extremely good at mining energy. And is that a good thing? I'd argue no. We've seen what crypto does and blockchain, and now it looks like AI, it consumes a lot of energy as well. And there's almost this arms race between, okay, can we break through with this technology enough to help us solve the planet? Or, maybe we should just focus on helping the planet. And so the things that I agonize over is the distribution of this technology capability and its impact on the environment and its impact on the people who need help. The gap between the haves and have-nots continues to increase. And I don't have any confidence that anyone who's a, say, pioneer in this space knows where it's going, let alone you or me. So, having said that, I am excited by the potential of tech as a force for good, and think with the right questions, prompts, distribution, and I love this open source trend. I think the planet can ultimately benefit, but it's a long road. And I think if humans have a disproportionate say, greedy humans in particular, it's not going to end well. Cool. So if you have watched the video to this point, please just give me a like or a comment on the comments, because it always helps give a little dopamine hit. And if you enjoy the written version, you can subscribe at lukemarshall.net/newsletter. Looking forward to doing another video in a year's time that sort of celebrates the second birthday. Take care. Bye.